multiplying trinomials by binomials. Okay, so we're taking these binomials and multiplying it now to a polynomial of 3 terms. And this is basically the exact same thing as multiplying by a binomial by a binomial. And I kind of show you why. So here we go. So let's find the simplified product of the following polynomials. Okay. So we're really not going to approach this any differently. We're taking x plus 2, and we're going to multiply it to 3x squared plus 7x plus 9. So we need to distribute our the x, zoom in, the x times the 3x squared, remember it's just a 1x, would be a 3x to the third. Then an x times a 7x would be a 7x to the second. And then an x times 9 would be 9x. So I've distributed x, just a 1x, to everything within the second parentheses, that trinomial in there. Okay, now let's distribute the 2 to everything. So the 2 times the 3x squared would be 6x squared. A 2 times a 7x would be 14x. And a 2 times the 9 would be 18. So there you have it. You distribute, the x to everything, and then you distribute the 2 to everything. But we want to find the simplified product. So we do want to simplify, and we're going to do that by combining like terms. So the x squared combines with the other x squared, and just the x to the first terms will combine together as well. So I'm going to have a 3x to the third. The 7x squared plus the 6x squared is going to be 13x squared. The 9x plus the 14x would be 23x. Whoops. And then I still have my plus 18. That's it. It's similar to what we were doing before, except now it's just kind of bigger. Okay, B. Show you another one. Very similar. So we're going to distribute the 3x first. So the 3x times the 1x squared would be 3x to the third. The 3x times the 5x, 3 times 5 is 15, and then x and another x would make x squared. And then the 3x times the 8 would be 3 times 8 is 24, so 24x. Now it's time to distribute the negative 4. Negative 4 times x squared is negative 4x squared. Negative 4 times 5x would be negative 20x. And negative 4 times 8 would be negative 32. And here we are to combine like terms again. So the x squareds are going to combine, and then just the x to the first terms are going to combine. So I'm going to rewrite my 3x to the third. The 15x squared and the minus 4x squared would make 11x squared. The 24x and the minus 20x would just make positive 4x. And then I'm going to rewrite my negative 32. Okay, so nothing really new there, I would say. Hopefully those two are enough to try kind of the rest. Let me show you just one with 2 variables. Let me show you J. So distribute the 3x. 3x times 4x to the second would be 12x to the third. 3x times negative 2xy, well, 3 times negative 2, that's going to be negative 6, and x times x would be x squared. I'm going to tack on that y because there's still a y there. And then the 3x times the y squared Yeah, it's really not much to combine there. It's just going to be plus 3xy squared. Now let's distribute this 1y. So y times 4x squared would just be, again, not much to combine there. It's just a 1y. So 1 times 4 is 4. And then the x squared and the y don't go together. So this is just going to be a 4x squared y. Then the y times the negative 2xy would just be a negative 2xy squared. And then a y times a y to the second would just be a y to the third. And then combine like terms. And this is where it looks a little goofy. You got to be very careful. So this, underline with red, this negative 6x squared y will go with the other x squared y. And then this xy squared will go with the other xy squared. So I'll have a 12x to the third. Negative 6x squared y plus 4x squared y would be negative 2x squared y. 3xy squared, take away 2xy squared would just be positive 1xy squared. And then you still have your y to the third. Yeah, those ones can be a little weird with all the x's and y's. Just take your time with it. Don't go too fast. But hopefully those 3 examples were enough. I'll let you try the rest.